All right, tell me what y'all remember about dimensional analysis from Chem 1. This is all Chem 1 review right now. What is dimensional analysis? Those of you who had me know how much I love this, the dimensional analysis stuff. This is an example of dimensional analysis. So, canceling units, right? That's the big deal. It's the unit canceling stuff. It might have been called something different. What did Dr. Shem call it? Anything? Don't know. All right, well, so what I have done here is I have walked through this and I have made some of the typical mistakes, and I've gotten an incorrect answer. Let's see if we can find them. So please start talking to everybody. I don't like to be the only one talking in class. I would love for y'all to be active and engaged and asking stuff and pointing stuff out, talking to each other. It's fine, right? What do you think? What do you see? There are problems here. More than one problem. What's happening? What do you see? All right, let's try this. Tell me, staring at this slide, what you see in general. Don't try to answer my question yet. Tell me what's going on in your head. Say again. It looks weird, but we don't know what. Okay, cool. What are you saying? You don't even have to be, if you're just looking at the slide and it's like difficult to interpret, you can tell me that too. What's going on here? You're not sure what's going on yet? Okay. Oh, good. Where? Where is that? We are missing. Yes.
We're missing it now. Yeah, meter second. So, you only get the second.
Okay, and that was, I was trying to convert my hours into seconds here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But here's one of the errors right here. Let me ask you a question. What's this mean? What is this -1 thing here? Yeah, so a -1 exponent or a negative exponent in general puts that in the bottom, right? And so now, so this hour is in the bottom, and this hour is also in the bottom. Right, so that doesn't work. This is upside down. If I want to cancel an hour that's in the denominator, then this needs to be an hour in the numerator, seconds in the denominator. Does that make sense? I use the negative exponent thing a lot less. Okay, so please get used to that. What else? What else do y'all see? There's another one. There's several. I think 3 or 4 mistakes in this, but there's another major problem that I've done. So oh, it's not in this. Okay, it's in the next one.
In step 2, you didn't change the feet to inches.
Good. I just left one out. Yeah. If I write this right here, does this have meaning, y'all? What's that E doing here? Yeah. Well, sort of. Keep going. Get a little.
Times theta.
Yes, times theta. All right. So if I write 1.23 E4, right? Then you might as well do that as 1.23 times 10 to the 4th, right? If you're typing it into Excel, which I use all the time, then you type it in this way. Computers can see this now, right? And so that's why I've started to use this a lot. This is the same thing, it means the same thing. Okay? Have to get used to me doing stuff like that, I guess. Anything else that they need to get used to me? There will be lines. right? Anything else you think of yet? They need to be get used to. You'll come to her, she says. So just yell it out. Hey, this is another thing you do that they may not know yet. Sig figs, okay. Yeah, definitely on the sig figs. Y'all know the sig figs, right? Y'all know the sig fig rules. You know logs? What are logs? Oh, you know logs enough to know that to make that face about logs. I don't know. What do you know? What is a log? Let's see. How if I do,
That's the way to inverse.
let's find the exponent. What have I written here? What's the answer to my problem up here? All right, let's see. What is my problem asking? Say it again. Answer 4. Yeah. 2 raised to some power will give me 64. It's what that question asks. What is the power that I can raise 2 to? Let's see. 2 to the first is 2. Then 2 to the second is 2 to the third then. Is that it? 2 times 2 times 2. 8. So yeah, let's skip your 8. Then 2 to the fourth. Well, so I guess it's 5th then, right? No, keep going. We're not there yet. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So the answer here should be 6. Okay? All right. So if logs are not familiar, you need to brush up on those, right? Where can they brush up on those, Allison?
Definitely just being able to solve a question like that, but whenever you have something like, log base 10, whenever you have 10 raised to something, you need to know, well, that's, you can take the log of that.
So,
Solve for that.
look at, did we put that in the review? If I did not put that in the review material, I need to do so. So I was going to recommend go to the math lab, right? People in the math lab do already know me, okay? So y'all know where the math lab is in Sequoia? You know where it is? Do you? Okay, so next building over, 2nd floor, kind of in the middle-ish, right? And there's this math learning center, right? And they have wonderful tutors in there that do math all the time. Okay, take it as math and science learning center, I guess. But yeah. Okay, but a lot of math people, I think, okay? Students that love to help people and get paid for it, okay? But they already do know me. So if you go in there and say, holy shit, I've got Chris helping me with math, they understand, okay? They will help you, all right? So this is a place to start. I need logs. He says I'm going to need logs for this class. Now, Miriam, we did some logs, right? And Chem 1, we're going to do a lot of logs in Chem 2. Okay? Yes.
Also, usually when it doesn't specify things, it's just.
Yep. Yeah. So if you just say log of 1,000 equals 3, well, wait, how did I know it's going to be 3? Because I didn't put a base down there. And he's saying if it's not written, then your base is 10 implied. It's called the common logarithm. The other one that we're going to use a lot is ln, right? And so that means natural logarithm, and it's base e, which is a special number. You'll find it in calculus is where it becomes important, is the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. This is important. Close enough. Perfect, right? But it has to do with derivatives, is why that's a special number. So it gets used a lot. Now, looking at your calculator, if you look at your calculator, everybody have a calculator already? Look at your calculator. You'll have this button, and you'll have this button. If you have a fancy calculator, you might have a button that has a log, mine has it as a dotted box or something like that. And that way you can plug in any random base, but most calculators don't have that. Almost all calculators will have common log base 10 and ln for base e. Okay, and you will need both of those and get used to. Yours does have, but I think we have to go into a menu to find the logs. So that's log base 10, right? And ln right below it is log base e, right? And then there are, I think you can do other log bases. But if you don't have, and if we were to need it, we won't very much need it. One spot in kinetics where we will need change of base formula. There's a formula that you can use to do change of base if we need some other base besides 10 or e. Okay? All that algebra stuff, and you guys heard me say this last semester, and you can back me up on this, but anytime in algebra class you or somebody near you said, when am I ever going to need this? Well, all that algebra is coming home now. Negative exponents I mentioned, they just push things into the denominator. Okay, so study up on your algebra on that. Okay. Scientific notation. What's the room deal on scientific notation? How did it go for you? Okay. All right. Good. Get used to it. I am never going to check to see if you have proper scientific notation. I often do not have proper scientific notation. A lot of times I will do something like 23.4 times 10 to the third. Well, that's not proper scientific notation, right? That should be 2.34 times 10 to the fourth. This is something else called engineering notation. It doesn't matter whether you have exactly one digit to the left of. I don't care about that. Okay? I care about you being flexible, using it. It's just enough. Okay? It's not a team question. I'm not going to bother with that. But this would be a good one where you need to take it and look at it later. Make sure you can still do this, right? So you need to look over all these slides, make sure you're still good at all those things, or let's get you good at it. Okay? Make sense? On to have 15. Okay. We're going to have time. Let's do practice a sig-figs problem. Now, let's do it the fun way, though, right? I'll get this stuff out of the way. We have two boards with stuff on each. I would like you to get with your lab group. Get with your lab group. And start working this out. Do you remember your lab group? I'll pull it up again if we need to. You need to see your lab group. Yes. Are you up here? All right. Come up here. Come up here. You come up here. Find your name. Okay, so the group 3, 5, and 6 only have 3 members. Let's pick. Okay, so you just pick the group. There we go. That's safe. Okay, good. All right. Anybody else? You need to see them. All right, start working this problem out. If you found your lab group, start working this guy out. You're practicing the sig-figs. Yeah. Yep. I think one of our problems with math is that we keep saying, learn this deeply, you'll need it someday. That's not, it's not really reasonable. right? Learn something deeply and then maybe use it someday. So, I don't know. That's the world we live in. So. Got them? Let me do that. Tim does, she mentioned. I saw this a lot when I was teaching high school. And I see it still in memes on Facebook where people put out things, they're like, why am I getting the wrong answer? This is not the right way to write PEMDAS. Multiplication and division are the same thing, not different things. So you don't go through and do all your multiplications, then go back and do all your divisions. You do multiplication and division in the order that you know. Then also you do addition and subtraction in the order. A lot of those memes that you see are about that trick. All right, then we have divided. So that's your group, and okay, when you get your answer, check with the other groups on your side of the room, right? Y'all put up yours up here, and y'all do the same and put yours up over there. And we'll have another one happen. Oh, no, okay. We'll get used to doing this. Oh, there are some more things. Ooh, yeah. All right, check it, everybody. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, it is there. It is there. Y'all want me to get to that number, slide 25? Y'all want me to get to that during class instead of having it on you after class? You got it? Convince everybody else? Talk to everybody. You know, y'all talk to each other. What do they think? What do your group think? You'll notice that I talk like Chem people. You got it with kids on. What's your major? It is chemistry. And yes.
2004. I had 2.5 times 57.
Y'all talking to the other groups yet? Y'all start talking to each other. Convince each other, and once you've convinced each other, put it up on your individual boards. Get this thing up.
Somebody?
Tell everybody else what they think. Get approval from the three groups on your side of the room, and then put them up there. Once you get approval, somebody put them up to this thing. I'm trying to force everybody to work together. I'm y'all, that's all for you. Sydney, they're taking it. They're doing it. You allow them? Oh, we gotta get that brushed off. Yeah. I'm just extremely.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't think that.
Ooh, now we have a question involved. Aha. Okay, now we have some controversy. Is it 2.5 or 2.4 E2? And where is that determination made? Now, one thing that I noticed on both answers that I need to short circuit immediately, this is not a complete answer and would lose a point. So technically, if there are no units, sig figs are not a thing. If it's not a measurement, then sig figs has no meaning. We're in math if there are no units, right? And math people don't do sig figs, right? They just do fractions instead, I guess, right? Or irrational fractions. So, but if there are units, then you need sig figs, okay? Now, the question becomes, how do we do the addition on top? Everybody thinks the addition is easier. It's actually harder. All right, I can't add this like this, right? What do I have to do? Get them into the same pattern. You want to go to the 3 or the 2? We can go either way. Which one? Choose one. All right. All right then. So if I say times 10 to the second, right, then this is what? 26.4 E2 centimeters plus 3.27 E2 centimeters. 26.4 what? Zero? Don't know that. We don't have a digit there, so we don't know. Could be 4.1, could be 3.9, right? We don't know that. Therefore, the addition rules say we can't have that. So we have to round this off to 3.3 and make it 29.7. That make sense? So bone up on the addition rules for sig figs also. Okay, they're gonna matter. Yeah? All right. That's the kind of thing that I want you to bring with you. There will be more. Dr. Cham's class, did y'all have a polyatomic ions list? Y'all, what did y'all do on your exams for this? Hopefully you've seen them, yes? Like sulfate, carbonate, stuff like that? Okay, so how did it work? I strongly recommend that you put this in your cheat sheet, okay? Just so that when I use these things, I'll talk about calcium carbonate. I expect you to know carbonate. Well, instead of trying to memorize it, put it in your cheat sheet until you accidentally memorize, okay? Then I have certain ones that are extremely important that I use all the time. The red ones are the most important for this class. Hydronium and hydroxides, we use those over and over again. You will not be able to help but memorize those two. But the others, I have memorized, but I don't expect you to have them memorized. So I think I would want them on my cheat sheet just to make sure. The charges do matter, okay? So you want those guys, and you want to remember how they work, okay? This is kind of another list. I think this is a really good presentation of it. It would be really rough on a cheat sheet, I think, but the shapes will matter in this unit 1. Those shapes and polarities from Chem 1 are now going to matter. We're going to do stuff with those. Okay, so you might want to go back to your Chem 1. Also, my Chem 1 stuff is up online if you want to see mine, to remind yourself how the geometry and polarity stuff work. It usually comes right at the end of Chem 1, and it's often a little rushed. So it might be really good to brush up. All right, we're going to need it. All right. Formula for uranium-3 sulfate. Oof, we do not have time. Oh no, we're gonna run out of time. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do this story at the very beginning of lab. It would be worthwhile, right? So y'all, we'll just do the story problem, which is here, beginning of lab, okay? So can you do this real quick? Talk to your group. Decide what is the correct formula for this guy. What would be on your cheat sheet here that you would need? Sulfate. Okay, so sulfate ion is SO4 2 minus. Now is it easy? What'd you get? What's my chemical formulas? Get it. Where's about there? Yeah, U2 SO4 sub 3. Because 3 of these -2 for -6 total, 2 of these +3 for +6 total to balance out. Cool. One more before we go upstairs. Can you balance that? Y'all saw that one. This is the one. This is the one. Can you balance equations still? Balance chemical equations? Practice. Okay. A lot of mine are not going to be the super easy ones that you saw in high school. Okay. So you will want to practice this on your own, and you might want to look back at my Gen Chem 1 lecture notes for how to do that. Okay. Allison, another thing we need to share with everybody, remind me, is I need to get them the link to my YouTube channel that has all my old lectures on, so you can actually go look up my Gen Chem 1 lectures. Okay. All right, cool. Other than that, I will see you upstairs, and I will bring up the stoic problem first thing up there. That'll be in place of our quiz today, so we'll do a stoic problem together. Okay? Oh, homework. So you do have a homework due, and also read sections 9.2 to 9.1. Circled over here. Okay. Make sure you read that for Wednesday. We'll be hitting it hard on Wednesday with the gas law stuff.